Hello, 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 everyone. How are you all doing? Good evening. Good evening to those of you listening in on the replay. Hello, I am Adelaide Brown with Be Blessed Daily, and I'm so happy to be on with you this evening. Hey, Melody. Hey, Vanessa. How y'all doing? Been a busy day for me today, but I just wanted to jump on really quick because today is day 143 and I wanted to read day 143 of Anchor to you all. Hey Bentley, Bent 24 Lee. Hey, how you doing? Well, guys, how was your day today? Have you all been enjoying your day so far? Okay. Hello, Melody. How you doing? I was thinking about y'all all night last night. Like, that conversation that we had on our first scope yesterday, like, really ignited some conversation. Hey, Carla, how you doing? My T3C ladies, how you doing? My day was very well, Vanessa. Just briefly, I had an experience in church today, and I just wanted to jump on really quick and just kind of thank you so much for the hearts. Don't forget to heart me up and share this with your followers. If anyone else you know needs to, hey dear, how you doing, beautiful? If anyone needs to, you want to invite someone else in, if you know they need to be empowered or inspired or encouraged, or they just need to hear the truth, you want them to get on our heart scopes, and you can tell them to type in hashtag heart scopes. Thank you so much, guys. Well, I was in church today, and I really had this experience where, I just was really, it was me and God. It was like nobody else is there. And he brought to my, um, realization of some things that I have been doing to my children, that was done to me when I was younger and I didn't like it. Hey, Pat, how you doing? It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. And, I was very, very humbled by it because my prayer was, Lord, I want what you want for me. I want to have what you have for me. Hey, dear, how you doing? And I was in that space, and for me to get to that space, I realized that I had a lot of guards up. And yesterday we were talking about not being where you want to be, and it's more that God wants for you. And when I was in church today, I realized that, because I've been so independent, quote unquote, and because I've always had to do for myself, I have certain defenses that I've put up that are blocking me from truly getting to experience the life that God has for me to experience. So each experience that I have with him, be it at home or at church or wherever I go, each experience I have is a new experience. So I encourage you guys, I don't care where you are. You might not even go to church. I encourage you to pray, to get in a quiet space and be very vulnerable with God. Anyone who's ever participated in my Heart Talks, I do a live conference call every Monday night at 9:15 for about an hour to an hour and a half Eastern Standard Time. And we talk a lot about vulnerability and just understanding that there's so much strength in being vulnerable. Society tells us we have to be strong and hard and we have to protect ourselves and don't let people run over you. But nobody can run over you when you're really being yourself authentically. When you are operating the way God created you to operate, it's not even going to allow people to take advantage of you because you won't even allow that to happen, because all of that is authentic. And when we allow God to take control, that's when we really can truly see the changes taking place. So I really want to encourage you. I'm not a minister, y'all, but let me tell y'all something. I have attempted suicide before. I've had abortions before. I've been to jail before. I have done some other things. Look, I've been through some things. And Jesus brought me up out of this stuff. And if Jesus brought me out of these things, I know he can bring you out. And that's really why I'm here. And that's the whole purpose of Be Blessed Daily. That's the whole purpose of me being a heart coach. I want to spread this message around the world. Like, I need people to understand how great they are. I need people to understand how wonderful they are. Yes, he is, Pat. He is absolutely wonderful. And today, I was convicted on the fact that sometimes with my children, I don't even know the word to use for it, but it's like, when I was younger, I did good in school and things like that. My mom and her husband had their own business. And I used to work with them. I started working with them and working by myself, like with the family business when I was like 11 years old. So I've been working like my whole life. And I was very resentful towards them because I did good in school. I got good grades. I didn't get in trouble. But it was like the only way I could ever get rewarded, I had to work for it. I had to work for it. Everything was always conditional. And so I built a resentment. And then I also built up some other barriers because of that resentment. And I was like, I would never do that to my children. I would never treat them like that. And today when I was in church and I was just having this, I wouldn't say out of body experience, but it was definitely a very intimate, pure, spiritual experience with God. And it was just simple. I was just sitting there. I mean, I was holding my son, he put in my spirit, you need to go home and apologize to your children because you're doing to them what was done to you. And you know how that made you feel. I was so convicted. I was actually supposed to stay later for a service afterwards. And I had to leave. And I knew I was doing the right thing because before I left, one of the ministers in my church was like, you know, God put on this was today, guys. And yesterday, I've been telling you guys that we've been having a family conference at our church. It was absolutely amazing. We had like over, 15 kids give their lives to Christ on Friday night at a youth concert we had. It was awesome. So today when I was leaving church, my minister said, I need to talk to you. She said, yesterday, which was Saturday, I was just at work and God put in my spirit that I need to start mentoring your daughter. I need to start picking her up and spending time with her and doing things with her. Y'all, I was just praying about this. I was praying about asking God, how can I be a better parent? How can I be a better wife? How just can I be a better Adelaide? You know, you've called me to step out and start this business. You've called me to go and do the things that you've created me to do. And I know that there are things about me that need to change. I have little icky little things about me that I won't share later at some time when I've been delivered. But I'm not there yet. And that's just a part of life. And even when I get over those things, there'll be more. But the fact that I was so convicted to come home and apologize to my children, especially my daughter, more so than anything, because she's the oldest. I had her at 18 and 5 days old. I literally had a baby shower for my 18th birthday, and she and I have grown up together. So she has experienced a lot of things. Yes, Vanessa, thank you so much for that support. I appreciate that. And I'm sharing from the heart. That's why these are heart scopes. Because that's why every time I do a scope, it's always going to be a hashtag heart scope so you guys can find me, because I'm sharing this because I know my power. I get it. I see what God is using me to do. I have people that have called me out the blue. I need you to pray for me. I need you to help me. I need advice on this. I was taught we never apologize to our kids. No. I make mistakes. Tell me this. You were taught we never apologize to your kids. Have you ever been resentful towards your parents? Like, have your parents ever done anything wrong that you knew was wrong and you were sitting there like, my goodness, you can't apologize? I feel like as a parent, and I'm not, judging your parents or how you were raised, Pat, but I feel like as a parent, we teach our children how to correct our wrongs. If we make a mistake, we should be able to be adult enough to go to them and let them know that, because that's why so many children rebel against their parents. I was the facilitator at the conference on Friday night. Old West Indian. Well, you know what, Vanessa? I get that, but I don't think it's just West Indian. It could be a cultural thing. It could just be a cultural thing, of course. But I think that a lot of parents don't do that. West Indian, you could be black, you could be white, you could be Asian or of a Hispanic. A lot of parents feel like they're always right, no matter what your culture, your ethnicity is. A lot of parents feel like I'm the parent and this is what I'm doing. Hey, is it Aditi? How you doing? Thank you so much for coming in. My T3C ladies are in. Thank you so much for your support. And I'm coming to follow all of you if I'm not already following you. But I have to apologize to her. She's not home yet, but I have to apologize to her because she has, hey dear, how you doing? She has really experienced the brunt of it because I have grown so much with her. I hated myself when I had her. Just simply put, I absolutely hated myself. So I realized that my baby was brewing in my womb with a mother that was carrying her. that had disgust for her and had disgust for the fetus, the baby that was in my womb, and I had disgust for myself. And it wasn't so much disgust for the baby. I felt sorry for her when I was pregnant because I felt like I couldn't give her what I knew that she deserved. And that made me really sad. And it really caused me to, I was depressed for a long time and I didn't realize I was depressed. If I had went to a doctor or something, I know I would have been diagnosed clinically depressed. After working in a psychiatry practice and being in healthcare for over 10 years, I know that I would have been diagnosed clinically depressed. But I realized that there's a purpose in everything. And so that's why today, I've already apologized to my son. My daughter hasn't come home yet. She's with my mom. But I'm apologizing to her because I know that the things that I do, she may not react to it, but I know how it feels because I know how it made me feel. And that's what I think we need to get. And this is not just for parents. You can be in a relationship, any type of relationship. It could be a parental relationship. It could be, thank you, Melody. And that's for anyone else. If you know anyone who could benefit from this scope or any of my scopes, please share with your followers. Thank you guys for hearting it up because this is a heart check. I'm really sharing what's on my heart. And I thank you so much for the love. And I realized that I have to do this because I know how it made me feel internally. They never knew how it felt because I bottled everything up inside. That's why when I turned 16, I took all of those pills out of that bottle because I wanted to get away from what was going on in my life. And now I know better ways to deal with that. And that's why I have to go back and correct my wrongs as much as I can with my children. I can't change the past, but I can at least acknowledge to them that I know how you feel. I'm here. I understand. Now let's work forward and see what we can do with that. I know I can't change the past, but what I can do is let you know that I hurt you in the past and I apologize for that. That hurts me that I hurt you. Now what can we do to move forward? I'm still going to be your parent. I love y'all. I'm not y'all friends. I'll be your friend when you're grown. I'm your mama right now. You got a school full of friends that you can have. Right now you need a mother, and that's what I am. But I do also realize that as your mother, I still owe you a level of respect. And it's not just with children. It's in marriages. It's in co-working relationships. It's in partnerships. It's in, the person at the grocery store who, you may have to offer them some courtesy in the line. Even though your mind may be telling you one thing, your heart knows what's right. All I'm saying is you can go back and correct your wrongs. If you know you've done something to hurt someone or offend them, even if they didn't say anything, if that thing is still sitting on you, I wonder if what I said offended her. I wonder if what I said bothered her. Or did what I say offend him? Go back and just tell them, I made this comment one day and this thing just went on my mind. And I just want to let you know if I offended you in any way, I didn't mean to do that. I apologize about that. A lot of times people will say, I didn't even think twice about it. But you know what they will do? They will keep in the back of their mind that you have compassion, that you care, that you really care about what's going on. And when you care for people like that, that's a sign of how much you care for yourself. And no, I know we're all different and we all have to handle things differently, and that's fine. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that you're always right. If you are, you have a problem. Simply put, you got a problem and you need to fix that. So with that being said, I'm going to let you guys sit on that. I want you to think about some things that may have transpired today, yesterday, within the past week, maybe the past month, even over the last few years. There may have been a situation that took place in your life that it's not sitting well with you right now. If someone offended you, take it to God and pray about it. Ask him to show you how you're supposed to handle that. I've actually prayed about some situations of some people that I loved in my family that really hurt me and offended me. And for years, I kept it. Did you save your scope? Yes, ma'am. I have my scope from yesterday and it's posted in my group. So if you got in my Facebook group. So if you guys want to check out that scope or check out the other scopes that I have, you can click the link in my profile and join my Facebook group, Heart Talk with Adelaide and Be Blessed Daily. But Melody, I do have that scope from yesterday because I myself have to go back and look at it because it really ignited some things in me. And I thank you guys for that, because Kevin came, he was blushing when I got off of the scope last night because he knew I was talking about us. Thank you. And it was really cool, to reminisce 12 years back of how we got together. So that was awesome. And just some of the things surrounding that. So thank you so much for that, Melody. And I want you guys to think, because like I was saying, I had a few family members that had, thank you for the hearts, Vanessa, that had offended me. And I mean, if by all accounts, if you heard the story, many of you would say, yeah, they were wrong. But you know what God told me? I need you to ask them for forgiveness because your heart isn't in the right place when it comes to them. And that took me a long time to do. It took me a couple months to do, because I was like, I don't really see why I have to do that. So I was praying about it. I was meditating on it. I was being stubborn. I was holding on to hurt and pain because that was something that's from my old Adelaide. That's from the limited, more confined version of Adelaide. But now it's time for Adelaide to branch out and spread out. And what does that mean? That means that any baggage that I have has to go. And that's the same thing for you guys. We are starting a new week. Today is the first day of a new week. Let's start with some new things. Let's start with some new thoughts. Instead of saying what you can't do, let's think about, what needs to happen so that I can get this done? How can this thing work out for my good? These are the types of things. Thank you so much for inviting followers, Pat. These are the types of things we have to keep in mind. I'm telling y'all, it's going to change your life. So when I reached out to my family members and neither one of them answered the phone. Well, one answered the phone, one I had to leave a voicemail. And I'm going to be honest, because I told God I'm doing this. If they don't answer, I'm leaving a voicemail because I'm leaving it there. One of them answered, and I apologized, and he didn't say a thing. He was just like, thank you. But the thank you let me know that it was like an unspoken thing. Like, I'm thanking you because I know I was the one that should have been doing this to you, and you're calling me. And I mean, he was floored. I can tell. He was so surprised. He wasn't expecting that. The other person didn't answer. I didn't expect them to answer because they know the type of things that they do. And it's fine, but I had to do that because I had to be obedient. But what I realized is it wasn't even so much about me being obedient. It was about me overcoming that hurdle. That was the bridge to the next promotion in my life. And see, sometimes, a bridge crosses over an impossible situation usually, right? When you have a bridge, it's usually because you can't get there without that bridge or not by the means that you're traveling. So sometimes we come to a break in life. We come to an ending of something, and we have to allow God to bridge that to the next thing. Okay, give me 1 second, okay? I'm almost finished. And that's my Christopher. He wants to watch Kung Fu Panda. And I decided that I'm not going to wait till everything's perfect to scope, because guess what? I would have never got on scope tonight. So it is what it is. Yes, come talk to everybody. Come tell them hi.
Hi, I'm Christopher.
Thank you, Pat. Yes.
No.
Okay, I'm sorry. He wants to talk.
I'm Big Chris, so I like playing.
Okay, tell them, Bob, say hello, everybody. They said hi, Chris. See, she said hi, Chris. Okay, you see that? She says hi, Chris. All right, now tell them bye-bye.
Hi,
say bye-bye.
I do everything.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Aditi. I just want to make sure that I'm saying your name right, because I know people always jack up my name, and I want to make sure I'm saying your name. Okay, well, say bye.
Bye.
Okay, all right. Now go with your brother. I'm almost finished. Okay, so... All right, quickly, and I'm gonna get off so I can get them to bed. But allow God to bridge the gaps in your life. So be open for apologies. Be open for people to apologize to you. My kid's looking at Chris. Yes. I'm going to have Chris on the Scope Smoke for those of us who have children. Maybe they can learn how to interact together. We get our children. We get a little Scopers union with the kids. That'd be interesting. No, come get him, please. Come get him. Go with him. Go with your brother. So, get him, Keel. Okay, sorry, guys. So let's bridge the gap with apologies. Seriously, let's be open to that, because what happened when I apologized to my family members? Yes, guys, you gotta laugh at me. These kids are hilarious. Doors opened for me. My book got published 2 months after I did that. It was like I had this big block that I just couldn't get past, and My coach at the time could tell you about that because she's on, and she was like, look, you got to get this book out. And Melody was awesome with that. I'm telling you guys, you need to check her out. MCT Web Design. Put your information up so they can check you out, Melody. And she was on me. And what I realized was it wasn't so much that I couldn't do it. It was the baggage that I was carrying that was taking up too much space. So it's like if you're trying to move new things into your home, you have to get rid of the old furniture first. A lot of people are like, well, I can't have an empty house. Well, the only way to fill it with what you want, you have to get rid of the clutter that's in there. And that's what apologies do. It gets rid of the clutter. So let's get anchored. There you go. There you go. That's her information right there. So let's get anchored in your greatness. And that's why the title of that is such. And I'm going to read day 143 to you guys from Anchored, my book, Anchored, Be Blessed Daily, Volume 1. I'm going to read that to you guys because, it really helped me out. And it also helped me as far as that's why God was dealing with. I read this before I went to church this morning. And that's why I know God dealt with me when it came to me apologizing to my children. So I'm going to turn the camera around because, I like to show you guys the message so you can read it for yourself. And screenshot it. We got some grape jelly on the book today, so it looks a little worn, but it's definitely being used. Thank you so much, Melody. Yes, order your copy today, guys. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Okay, let's see here. Day 143 from Anchored, Be Blessed Daily, Volume 1. Don't be quick to pass judgment on your peers. You never knew who God is or whose eyes he's looking at you through. Go out of your way to bless others because God will bless you in return. Be blessed. I want y'all to sit on that. Don't be quick to pass judgment on your peers. You never know who God is or whose eyes he's looking at you through. Go out of your way to bless others because God will bless you in return. Yes. Apologize. You see why I was saying that? Apologize because you don't know who God is. You don't know how you're being tested. Everything we go through is a test. It doesn't have to be a hard test. Life is hard when we make it hard. I learned that from Courtney J. I don't have to make it hard. I can say it's easy. I can say that I can have to figure this out, but it doesn't mean that it's hard. See, a lot of times hard means I don't really believe in myself, so I'm just going to give up and I'm just going to write it off and say that it's hard. No, don't pass judgment on yourself. Neither your peers. A lot of times we judge other people because that's how harshly we're judging ourselves. Can I get an amen on that? I know a lot of people don't like to admit that, but that is the truth. We judge others very harshly because we have that critical view of ourselves. I want you to think about that. Think about how you look at other people. Think about, what's she doing wearing that? Why is she acting like that? Because in your mind, you do that to yourself. So of course you're going to judge other people like that. But guess what, guys? That's a defense mechanism. That's a barrier. That's hindering us from bridging those gaps. And we need to bridge them. A lot of the things that we have built up to get us to this point, God is saying we don't need this to go to the next level. All right? You never know who God is or whose eyes he's looking at you through. Don't judge people. That homeless person on the street, that boss that's giving you hell at work, your husband that you might be ready to leave. You don't know who God is using. Thank you, Melody. You don't know who God is using for you to get connected with him. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who God is using. Yes, it's something. Yes, we're all working on it, Vanessa. And a lot of times we need that accountability partner and we need help with that. We need help navigating through things. We're not seeing things clearly. And I'm telling you, I have a solution for that. Thank you. Thank you, Melody. Thank you. Yes, email me at info@beblesseddaily.com for info on your private coaching because I am starting on May the 30th. We will be beginning my 12-week program, Anchored in Greatness. We're going to work 6 steps over 12 weeks. 6 steps over 12 weeks. Why? Because I want it to be thorough. I want you to get the most out of it. I want you to be anchored in your greatness. See, we're so quick to want to take off, right? We're so quick to want to build high. I'm building my empire. I'm building this and I'm building that. What about the foundation? How deep did you go in the foundation? If you're building a skyscraper with the foundation of a ranch-style house, guess what's going to happen to your skyscraper? I don't care how many marble countertops you put in there and travertine floors. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Once you get in there and get settled, that thing is coming down because it's not grounded. Okay? It's not grounded. Thank you, Melody. Thank you so much. It's not grounded where it's supposed to be. So, get anchored in your greatness. And this is what I'm talking about. These are the types of things we find out when we work the process. And a few weeks back on my scopes, I did the 6 steps. I did the 6 days and the 6 steps of trusting the process. You have to be connected. You have to be aware. You have to accept what you've become aware of. And after you've accepted that thing, you have to forgive yourself. You got to forgive others. Okay? You have to really do that. All right? Then you have to make some decisions. Because once we've come to these realizations, y'all, we can't go back. We cannot go back to Egypt. It's time to go to the promised land. Okay? And then we have to take action. So the first 6 weeks, we're working on you and the foundation. The next 6 weeks, we're working on building and literally getting anchored and soaring in that greatness. And we have to do this, guys. Why do we have to do this? Because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. But we need to maximize our potential for today. God has created us to do a great work. A great work. And though what you guys may be doing may be similar to me, I'm a heart coach and a life coach. I'm a speaker, a mentor, an author, and all of that. When I go through Periscope, it's like thousands of people with the same types of titles. But guess what? They're not Adelaide Brown. They're not talking about, they may even have the same topics as I do. They may make some of the same points that I make, but they're not coming with the same spirit and the same energy that I do. Because I have to be me and you have to be you. And I encourage that. And that's what I'm saying. If this program is for you, you will be in this program. Because you need this. You need to be anchored in your greatness. And even if it's not this one, I encourage you, get with someone. Get an accountability partner. It is time for you to soar. Okay? People will drop you off. People who are not committed to you. When you make that commitment to yourself, you'll be surprised at how people will commit to you. So I'm telling you guys, don't be quick to pass judgment on your peers, but don't pass judgment on yourself. Take a step back and observe. Make apologies. Make right your wrongs if at all possible at any given time. Okay? And I love you guys. I love doing these heart talks. I love doing these heart scopes. I do my heart talks on heart scopes. Hey, Exquisite, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'm actually getting ready to go out, but I would love for you to listen to the replay if you have time this evening. And I'll be back on a little later with a little almost midnight motivation, as I like to call it. I'm doing wonderful, dear. Thank you so much. Remember, guys, it's okay to apologize. It's not a weakness, right? And it's time for us to soar. Like, we don't have time to play these games anymore. Like, it is time for us to go. And I don't care how many life coaches, business coaches, mindset coaches, whatever type of coach, wellness coach, financial coaches. I don't care how many authors there are out there. I don't care how many people are starting restaurants. I don't care how many people are doing makeup. Nobody can beat you at being you. Remember that. Nothing is stopping you. There is no competition at being yourself. Nobody else has your DNA. Don't believe the hype. That's what the devil wants us to think. I know I'm almost at 100,000 hearts. I'm so excited. This is a big milestone for me, guys. Thank you, Melody. But seriously, I'm so serious, guys. Nobody can beat you. I told you, I've been calling everybody out. Exquisite, you're on the West Coast. We're going to do something together one day. I told Vanessa and Pat, I'm coming to Canada. I told Stephanie before, I'm coming to Puerto Rico. I told Melody, I'm coming to Colombia. I need to be every place God wants me to be because people need to hear this, okay? I'm not trying to be a Iyanla. I'm not trying to be Lisa Nichols. I love them. They inspire me, but I'm not trying to be them. I know that's right. And you down and I'm down and it's going to go down on the Periscope. Let me stop. Okay, I'm inspiring y'all. I'm about to go into my party mode because I'm getting excited. I'm almost at 100,000 hearts. This is a big deal for me. But yeah, why am I saying that? Because I want to connect. And if people don't want to, don't laugh at me, Melody, because you know I can turn up in a minute now. I'm always there. I love spontaneity. I'm going to be myself. Yes, you gotta be yourself. And listen, Excusing, with a name like that, you gotta be yourself. And you gotta show up. Because see, we have different names. You know, you don't walk up to people every day named Adelaide or Excusing. That even lets you know even more. It's like something here. God needed to get people's attention. That's why he did that. I'm going to try to get to my church to get you for, oh, I would love that. I would love that. And you can show them the scopes. And guess what? I need you guys to be patient with me. I'm being very honest. I'm new to like the tech stuff. I've been doing Heart Talks for almost 2 years. I have 80 plus recordings of an hour plus sessions that I've done with ladies who call into my conference call from all over the country. Thank you guys. Thank you, Melody. Thank you so much for the support. And I'm in the process of, yes, ma'am. Yes, you are. And even if your name was Teresa, even if your name was Jennifer, and there are a lot of those, you still the only one, because nobody can beat you at being you. And once I realized that, now I realize the only enemy I have is myself. And I've been fighting against her, the enemy that wants to keep me back, because I'm moving full speed ahead. I'm telling y'all gonna see me all over the place. Why? Because I'm sold out to God. Like, look, I want to do what you want me to do, and I have to do it the way you're calling me to do it. And they can judge me. They can say what they want to say. But when I talk to people that tell me, you know what? I was getting ready to give up until you said what you said. I was getting ready to throw in the towel. I thought I was so dirty and so nasty because I had to have an abortion. But when you talked about that, you showed me I can forgive. God has forgiven me. I need to forgive myself. You know, and I was in that bad relationship and I was thinking so bad of myself. And when you talk about what you've been through, it helps me. Let me tell you something. I got to be delivered from my past. And how do I get delivered? I got to share my testimony, because if I share it, you can't hold that over me. I've already put that out there. So if you're trying to hold that over me, guess what? You're showing the type of person you are, and I don't want to deal with that. But I'll pray for you. You can get on Heart Talk, and I can help you sort of your greatness too. That's how I feel. That's just where I am right now, guys. And I encourage you to do the same thing. That's why I was talking about I have to apologize to my children, because what I won't do, I won't try to live a certain life on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram. When I get out there and I'm speaking to y'all and I come home and my children are like, she's a fraud and she's a fake. And my husband is like, yeah, you saying all of that, but what's going on in here? Yes, ma'am. And that's what I'm working on now. Working on monetizing that right now. Put it on. Okay, thank you, Melody. I'm going to go look that up tonight. Evergreen, because I have them. They're already in like downloadable, not downloadable, like the links. You can click them. And if any of you are my Facebook friends, I have some of those links on my Facebook page that I posted before. I also have the link in my Heart Talk group. If you want to click the link in my bio and join my Heart Talk group, I'm telling you, it's time. And like I was saying, like, I don't want my husband and my children to feel like I'm a fake. I've talked candidly about the things my mother and I have gone through. And she brags about me, though she and I still go through our things. She brags about it because she realizes that both of us should have been dead. We shouldn't have been here. We shouldn't have been here. I mean, they told her she couldn't have kids. Thank you, Melody. Thank you, Melody. I'm getting on that tonight. I'm looking into that tonight. Because I've been doing this for so long, for free. I've been adding a lot of value for free, and I'm not complaining about it. But now it's time for me to put myself out there in a way. God doesn't get the glory out of me struggling. Okay? Let's be real. I'm not a finance coach. That's not what I'm trying to teach you. Hey, Penny, how you doing? But what I am trying to tell you is you got to believe in yourself. You have to put yourself out there. You know, you have to do that. Thank you, Vanessa. And I'm just being real with y'all. That's why I say if you have topics you want to talk about, like I talked yesterday, like I have been in different environments. I've been in meetings with heads of state and stuff like that, like people coming in from all over the world, all kind of leaders, and I'm there in the space with them, you know, voicing my opinion. I used to live on the projects for a year or so, or longer than that, actually. I lived in the projects, public housing, for a while. You know what I'm saying? Look, I've been there with money. You would be able. Thank you, Excusing. And let me tell you what I know. I do my Shine Time group. Excusing. And I've been working hard and doing things, and I want to do things for these girls. I want to take these girls all over the world. We've been doing this group since December. These babies are opening up, telling us about people who've been molesting them. They're telling us about their thoughts of suicide. They're telling us about the body image issues that they have. They're wrestling with their sexuality. They don't have people at home they can talk to. They're talking to us. My own daughter is able to open up in the group with me being in there. I know I got to monetize on these things. And that's why I'm in this group that I was in. That's why I'm doing these scopes, because I'm putting myself out there, because I want all of us to succeed. I don't care who you are. I want you to know that Jesus died for you, and I want you to know that you can do anything you put your mind to. But guess what? We got to trust the process. We're going to have to overcome some of those barriers. Yes, you can soar, but what's holding you back? What is the gravity in your life that's holding you back? Okay? That's what we're working through. Those are the things that we're realizing. So I'm going to get off because I got to go get the boys ready. Remember, you can email me at info@beblesseddaily.com. Share this with your followers. Join my Facebook group. Click the link in the bio to join my Facebook group. I am going to have other connections. You can follow me on Instagram, b_blessed_daily. And I'll have some other things. I'm actually working on some things in the next 2 days that I'll have better ways to get in contact with you guys. But I'm telling you, it's our time. And if you're on here with me, it's our time. And guess what? That's my daughter right there. So I'm going to apologize to her. Remember, I was talking to y'all about that earlier. I'm going to apologize to her. And when I get back on later on the night, I'm going to tell y'all about it, okay? Pray for me. I don't have to cross my fingers. I got the blood of Jesus. I forgot about that. But, you know, I'm nervous. I'm excited, but I'm still nervous about it because I love her. And I just want her to be the best she can be. So, Kevin, come tell everybody hi. Look, y'all, he's so nervous. Come here. Just lean in. Tell everybody hi.
Hi, everyone.
Y'all see my handsome husband? Okay. All right. I got to go, ladies. I love y'all. I'll be back on. Don't forget to share this with your followers. Thank you guys so much for hearting me up. I'll probably be at 100,000 by the time we get off today. And I love y'all. And follow me. I'm going to follow you however we can do that. But that's what I want to do because I want us all to stay connected. Bye, Skizzen. Bye, everybody. Y'all have a great evening.